All right, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So once
Um,
again,
hold on, Bobby. Hold on.
okay,
The um good evening, everybody. How y'all feeling?
great, great.
Doing well.
All right. So we starting like super duper exactly on time tonight. Usually we have music playing or something going on, and we get started around 6:05. But tonight we are going to be expeditiously moving. Um, so tonight we're doing this a little bit differently than we usually do, right? So tonight we got a special guest, Miss Bobby King, and she's going to talk to us about some business related stuff. All right. Um, so what I'm gonna attempt to get everybody to do is, if you can, definitely cam up. If not, then we understand what it is. Um, with that, um, Ms. Bobby's opportunity, it's a business opportunity, right? Um, it's in the network marketing world. So it is definitely one of those things that you hear about. Oh, is that a pyramid? Or is it this? And I'm just gonna be honest. Yes, it is. Okay. It is one of those tell a friend, get your cousin, you know what I'm saying? And then they don't answer your phone no more when you call them if they think you're calling them about this. This is definitely what she here for, right? But it's a little bit different tonight, guys. She's going to tell us about the network marketing opportunity, but I am not here. We're not here to pitch the network marketing stuff to you. Ultimately, if you're looking for a business opportunity, then talk to us. We'll figure it out, and we can get you started as a with the business opportunity. We really here to show you guys what the company is and a package that they have that we fully feel that everyone here, as business owners and as family folk, that this is something that would benefit everyone here. So with that, I'm gonna introduce again Miss Bobby King, and then Bobby, let you take it away, and let's go from there.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dante Leonard, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome tonight. It gives me an honor and a privilege to be able to share this information with you this evening. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Bobby Tab King. I am a small business owner myself. I also, as a direct result of having my own small business, and my daughter came across this opportunity. And because I had a small business and the information that I'm going to share with you tonight, I took a look at it. It made sense. And it also made sense in reference to me having, at that time, I had a tow truck business and I knew nothing about that industry. I got in it as a silent partner. And then I also realized that people were riding on my name. And I had an incident where my youngest daughter was actually hit by a tow truck business, a driver. And that scared me because I realized when people got in those vehicles and with wreck chasing and different things, and I'm not saying everybody does that, but some people do. And just the fact of knowing that when somebody gets in a truck and they were riding under my name, I had no control over how they drove. So, but one thing that I did have control over was finding out information to be able to protect myself and my family because of them riding on my name. So when my daughter showed me the information, it made sense. And then once I saw that it made sense and I found out that I could make dollars with it by helping other small business owners, that's what I decided to do. So I've currently now been in the business for 4 years, and I am so excited about what it is that I do. And as a direct result of that, I left that tow truck industry, utilized the services. So now my business is Queen of King Empire, where I actually do consultant work with small businesses in reference to the services that our company provides. I'm an independent associate, and so we'll get into the presentation right now. So small businesses have big business problems on a small business budget. So what we do here is we provide small business owners big business resources on a small business budget. Okay, work with me.
Take your time, Miss Bobby.
I am.
And just want to let everybody know that a couple of weeks ago, Ms. Bobby's getting everything straight. I want to thank Isaiah Roebuck for showing up. A couple of weeks ago, we did a Sunday school, and it was all about Posigen. And Posigen is a solar panel provider. So Isaiah showed up tonight just to see what Sunday school is about. And he and Posigen be back in the next few weeks. So I just want to just give a quick shout out to Isaiah. Thanks for showing up. And you'll be back here in a couple of weeks on the seat as Miss Bobby is tonight, talking about how we capitalize in the solar panel industry.
Okay, hold on a second. My screen is still sharing. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Come on, don't get ahead of me. Yeah, I think it wants to get ahead of me.
It's because you got Zoom working all fancy tonight. You know, we usually just click share screen.
Say that again.
Because you got Zoom working all fancy. You
okay, here we go.
A little Zoom like working overtime tonight.
Have big business problems on a small business budget, and we give small businesses big business resources on a small business budget. And this is our company here in Ada, Oklahoma, PPLSI. Some people may have known it as Prepaid Legal. Now, formerly, we are Legal Shield. We were established in 1972. We protect over 4.5 million lives in the US and Canada by providing over 140,000 businesses with our services. And we are the only proprietary provider law firm network in all the 50 states and 5 provinces of Canada. And you may say, what does that mean? What that means is collectively through buying power, where you pay a monthly subscription with our services, you get top law firms. And I didn't say attorneys, you get a top law firm in all 50 states and 5 provinces of Canada. So, and you can find this information about us. Most people think that when they Google, they're getting the information, but Google is a search engine. So you don't want to look to the search engine for the information. You want to look to the researchers that have done the researches on Fortune 500 companies, and that's what one of the things that we are is a Fortune 500 company. So you can see and check our information on Forbes, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Bloomberg, and we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And our vision is to provide equal access to the liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves and expects. And I'm pretty sure everyone on here feels as though that they should have equal access to justice. However, we all know that justice isn't black or white, it's green. The more green you have, the more justice you have. So one of the things that we do here is allow everybody to have an equal playing field in the justice system. Okay. So one of the things that we do, and we know it's a lot of small business here. So hold on a second while I do some. Okay, let's see. Hey.
Hey, do me a favor. If you got background noise, can you mute your?
Okay. All right. So I just muted everybody. Dante, I will unmute you. So that way, if you need to say something in between, we can do that. Did it?
Yeah, I'm good. I get it.
Okay.
I'm unmuted.
So with our services, one of the things that we realize is the need is urgent, especially for small business owners. And the information that we'll be going over, you'll actually be able to see if you are on here and you're a small business owner, how our service will help you as a small business owner or individually as an individual family provider. So the need is urgent. And why is the need urgent? Because 8 out of 10 entrepreneurs who start a business fail within the first 10 months. And 76% of small business owners report facing marketing challenges. 82% of those small business owners experience cash flow problems, as well as 97% commercial people look for local businesses on the, in as far as on the internet, and they aren't able to find them because most of them don't have online representation. So over 13 million of all small businesses have experienced significant legal events in the past 2 years. So, and some of these things you may know as a business owner or may have experienced yourself. And the biggest one here is that, excuse me, my screen is, owners report spending over an average of $7,600 in legal expenses per year, with 20% saying that they spent over $10,000 or more per year for legal help. So if you're a small business owner, you know, with having to spend that type of income, it would basically have a big effect on your business. So there we go. All right. Let's try this again. Okay. No, that's not what that's supposed to do. Okay. We had said that business reports over 1.7 billion in losses annually due to compromised emails alone. So 88% of small business owners feel vulnerable to cyber attacks. And that's one of the biggest things that we know. So what we're going to talk about today is how to protect and grow your business. So as a business owner, you may have or you may have not experienced some of these issues that are shown up on here. And if you haven't, we know that there's a possibility that you can. So have you had a dispute with a supplier, landlord, customer, or employee? What about having difficulty collecting money from customers? This is one of the biggest things that I knew that I found myself doing, was signed a contract or a document without having it reviewed by a lawyer. Or you wanted to market your business more effectively online. And this is the one that all of us can't get away from, being a business owner or just a homeowner, renter, or whatever, is being concerned with the risk of being sued by a customer, vendor, or employees. Because if you know, like I know, we live in Sue USA. Everybody's trying to get everybody on some kind of lawsuit to get ahead. So one of the things that we provide, this is you as your business. You know, for myself, that I know, like my sister has a catering business, and she got into the catering business because she cooked well, she sold dinners. So she said, well, let me start a catering business. But in starting a catering business or any other business, you may get involved with that business because of your love for it, like her love for cooking. But one of the things she found out was she had to be the storage person, salesperson, service person, the manager, the receptionist, the conference. You know, she had to do all of those things. And if not her doing them, she had us doing them for her, right? And she found out that like it was more than what she had bargained for, because all she wanted to do was just cook, right? So with the services that we offer, your business with Legal Shield, we provide a wall of protection and a platform of growth. This slide right here, if I could stop right here, this would be the slide that would answer all your questions, because now you no longer have to be the it to the all for your business, because with our services, we provide you with a tax and accounting department, marketing department, legal department, collections, human resources, technology, management, as all of these things is provided in the service that we offer you by providing you with a wall of protection around your business to help you to protect and grow your business. And that's the objective of the small business solutions package, is to minimize and or eliminate the need for you as a business owner to have to go in your pocket or spend your time away from your family to handle business matters. So what's the challenge? The challenge is that a lawyer is charging small business owners at least 400 or plus an hour. So as a small business owner, if you have to use an attorney and pay a premium to do so, what do most of us do? I know for myself, refrain from using attorneys due to cost and then have to pay the cost to do so. So most of us as small business owners roll the dice, tackle the issue on our own, or simply don't deal with the issue at all. We may call a friend and ask them. And the thing about it, we could call a friend that's not even an industry that we're in, ask the question, we'll try that out. And sometimes it's like a win or lose situation, you know. So nearly 60% of small business owners who said they experienced a legal event in the past 2 years reported not hiring an attorney to help due to the cost. And Decision Analysis Study, which is the top business analysis study company, said that the legal needs of small businesses are important and need to be adjusted. And how do we deal with that? Disruptive innovation. And what is disruptive innovation? Disruptive innovation is where things are made simpler, easier, and more affordable. And what do I mean about that? If we look at the taxi industry, at one time we were told, don't get in the car with a stranger. Now, what do? Uber or Lyft, we pay a stranger to come pick us up. So what about doing that with the legal industry? Unlimited legal access. And that's the solution. We provide the solution here at Legal Shield with a tap of an app, being able to tap an app and get your legal issues and matters addressed. So for small businesses that subscribe to a legal plan, over 90% report that they're satisfied with the services that they receive. And this is a study, like I said, from Decision Analysis, not Google search, Decision Analysis, which talks about the legal needs for small businesses. So our services what our services provide in the with our small business solutions package, we provide where you get up to 3 designated users to be able, in the event that you're running a business and you're not able to call or contact, you have 3 designated people that you can have call for legal matters on your behalf of your business, including but not limited to hiring and firing, small business claims, bankruptcy, incorporation, identity theft, city zoning, workers' compensation. So these are things that with that consultation you see here on the screen, and I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can see here where in the red, it shows like what the cost per hour would be for you to actually have to reach out to get legal consultation. That's going to be like about a $400 per hour charge for you to get consultation. And one of the things that we offer is unlimited business legal matters, consultation on unlimited legal, business matters, letters and phone calls made on your behalf, debt collection letters, IRS services, employee handbook drafting, trademark and copyright. We'll get a little more into some of that. And with the designated consultation, with our services, you also get out-of-state legal matters and specific areas of law for your business where you can get the call. So not only do you have a law firm in your state, you also are able to reach out and get consultation because every state's laws are different. So this allows you, if you may have a business, your business may be located here in Pennsylvania, but you may have expanded and you're doing your business now in Delaware. So Delaware and Pennsylvania's laws are different. So this would allow you the opportunity to be able to get unlimited consultation with the Delaware law firm to address different matters as far as patents, copyrights, trademarks, immigration, import, export.
Hey, Bobby, let me ask a question. Well, as you're going,
Mm-hmm.
so you saying that I think I'm clear. You saying that for one fee, all of these services will come in. So you pay for one price,
Yes.
and you get all of this with
Yes.
this small business package.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I just wanted. I think I knew, but I just wanted to make
Mm-hmm.
sure I had clarity here.
I appreciate you asking that for those that don't know what you know right now. So legal correspondence services, we do 20 letters or phone calls per year, up to 5 in 1 month. So that gives you the ability to be able to call and get consultations, phone calls made on your behalf. So now you're no longer having to do this yourself. The law firm will be handling these issues for you. Document review, where you get 20 documents or contracts review every year, 5 in 1 month, up to 20 pages each. So that's 120. You get a trademark or copyright service, 1 per year. Employee handbook. And we'll also be able to show you how you be able to get that employee handbook draft and done without even having to deal with the $750 charge for it going from scratch. Custom contract drafting, debt collection, up to 10 separate initial debt collection letters written per month by your provider law firm. I met one when we went out of state actually to do a presentation, myself and my business partner and mentor. We went to Michigan. And while we were there in Michigan, I ran into a young lady while we were at doing our vending with our Legal Shield. And she came over, and the first thing she said, this was the first time I've ever seen Legal Shield at a vending event. And then when I talked to her, come to find out she had a daycare. And so she said, I've had Legal Shield and I won't be without. And I asked her why. I actually did a recording with her. She said she had some issues with getting some debts collected from some parents that hadn't paid. So she sent the information. They sent out the letters and stuff. She received payment for some of those that were sent out that they were able to get in touch with, as well as she has some issues in reference to compliance and different things for the state. So they were able to handle those for her at no additional cost other than her monthly membership. You also get IRS audit services. That's 25 hours of legal assistance during an IRS audit. And one of the great things about the fact that we're doing this today, if you don't have the service and you don't get the service before the end of this year, your this year's audit would not be covered. Because if you get it after the first, then it covers 2025. So if you may have some issues that you know of, I would strongly suggest definitely looking into getting the services so that you can be protected in reference to those issues. Trial defense services, where you get 100 hours of your provider attorney's time for trial defense, and 25 hours of pre-trial. So that's 25 hours of pre-trial for getting everything together if you are have a lawsuit or anything that come against you. And then you have 75 hours for actual trial time. And one of the great things about our service is you get a 25% preferred member discount for your provider law firm for any legal services that aren't covered under the monthly membership for the services. So if you need to bring a lawsuit, you would talk to your provider law firm about representing you on a contingency basis. So we also have the Business Plus, which is in our package, which allows you, one of the things we had talked about earlier was some businesses not having an online presence. This allows you to have an online presence because with our services, you get a web builder, you get a website that comes with e-commerce and CRM integration at no additional monthly fees for our services. You also get deal tracking, emailing, reporting for dashboards, so where you can keep track of activity and quotas and different things that you have going on with your business, as well as sending out any marketing and customer any marketing in reference to your business. And one of the things with this service, you also get what is called the Business Forms Library. And with that Business Forms Library, you actually have the ability, when we were talking about a handbook. So you'll get a Business Forms Library where you can actually, instead of you no longer have to go to Google and download these contracts or go to Staples or Office Max and buy the packet and get it and do it yourself. Now you have the Business Forms Library where you can actually take these forms, download them, you can make them and put in the information that you need to suit the needs of your business, and then send it to the law firm, have them go over it and make the adjustments for the contracts that you need for yourself and your business to be able to protect yourself as well as your legacy. Because one of the things that I do know, and I've learned recently, I had a young lady I had been talking to about the services. She lives in Atlanta and she did not get the services. And then her grandmother called me about, she knew I had some information about it, and I shared the information with her. And when I talked to her the other day, I ran into her again because she still hadn't decided, after the issue of what's going on. Her granddaughter breeds dogs as well as has a pet daycare. And in the process of that, she had a dog that was dropped off to her. She took care of the dog. The person came back, but they didn't pick the dog up in time. And then when they picked the dog up, the dog was sick. She took the dog to the hospital. Now she's suing her for the dog being sick. So one of the things that I was sharing with her grandmother, first I asked her how much was it for the attorney. And she said that she was paying $3,000 for the attorney to represent her granddaughter. And one of the things I let her know, that was a year's worth of her monthly membership if she would have had the service. So she also asked me, well, with that, what would she have been able to get? I said, one, she would have been able to, her contract was a DIY, do it yourself. So she didn't have the information in there in reference to when a person brings an animal after a certain period of time, if they don't pick it up, the fees that would be charged for her holding the animal over time, as well as being able to have in the contract where it be addressed where she wouldn't be liable for certain things that could occur in reference to her keeping the dog over the period of time, plus the legal representation that she would have had where it wouldn't have cost her that $3,000. So our services are very valuable for business owners. So just like I had stated a little earlier, one of the things, the objective of the small business solution package is to minimize and or eliminate the need for you as a business owner to have to go in to your pocket or spend your time away from your family. And that's one of the things. If we can help you to save time and money to be able to allow you to be visible and available at football games, dance recitals, those different things, because we build our business in order for us to be able to enjoy our time and money with our family.
Hey, Miss Bobby,
However, if we're
excuse me.
not protected, then we lose the money as well as the time to be able to do those things, because all it takes is one lawsuit that could put you out of business. So we give email tracking and notification, meeting schedule, live chat where you can connect live
Miss
to engage.
Bobby, Miss
Yes.
Bobby, you hit it right on time, right? We started talking about time. That's what I need to jump in and just make you abreast of the time, right?
Okay.
Because we on for an hour, and I
Right.
was trying to give you about 40 minutes, so that way, so I'm trying to speed you up, but not rush you,
done.
because I want to
I'm
make sure
almost
that I
done.
can still have a concerted conversation with the folk before they get out of here, because we got another thing to do at 7
Right.
o'clock.
I'm almost done. It's 6:31 right now.
Got you.
Okay. So one of the things we just talked about, the business. So there's two entities. There's the business and then the business owner. Because one of the things we know as a business owner, what affects you in your business will affect you and your family, and vice versa. What affects your family will affect your business. So if you have family issues and you can't get those taken care of, it's going to take away time from you running your business, and vice versa. So one of the things we just talked about covering the business entity side. Now we're going to talk about covering the personal side, because like I had stated, that we cover all areas with this monthly membership to be able to protect you and your legacy. So you get, for the personal side, you get preferred legal plan, which covers the member, spouse, and eligible dependent children, consultation, unlimited number of personal legal matters, legal letters and phone calls made on your behalf, document review, unlimited personal legal documents up to 25 pages, residential loan and document review for a primary residence. So say for instance, you want to renegotiate with your loan on your house. Now you have the opportunity to have consultation and discuss those things with the law firm, as opposed to just, doing it yourself without getting any legal consultation, because that's one of the things, as big businesses, they use attorneys in order to make decisions. And one of the things that I know for myself, before this, I looked at having an attorney as something that I needed in the event something bad happened. One of the things that I found out, that attorneys are in place for us to be able to have consultation and review, or and discussions with them, in order for us to make good business decisions as well as personal decisions. So you get will preparation, durable power of attorney, you get a physician's directive living will, you can also have a revocable living trust, traffic ticket assistance. You get, if you get pulled over and you have a moving violation, you can have those matters addressed, property damage assistance to collect claims up to $5,000 or less. And we also allow have e-signature, which you get unlimited e-signature. And one of the things in reference to the traffic assistance, you have these services have 180-day, let me slow down. It's a $79 fee for time for the lawyer for court appearances. So in these services, you get the services, it takes a 10-day waiting period in reference for that to go into effect, as well as it's 180 days in reference to you being able to be able to have the other services that we have in reference to child custody. If you have a in reference to having, in reference to having with your contested or uncontested adoption, name change, those things are covered after 180 days of having our services. And as you can see, it's so many services that we do have here. It's so many to go over. However, like with the time restraint, it's so much that we do offer to our members at a fee that is uncomparable anywhere. We have less than 3% market penetration with our services, and there is no other service out there that offers the services that we offer, as well as how you had a 25% member preferred discount. You also have that same 25% member preferred discount on your personal side as well as your legal side. We also have member perks where you get to save on brands that you know and you already are using. Where for myself, I use the member perks. My daughter lived in Atlanta. She moved back here to Philadelphia. I needed a truck. So I went on members perks. I was able to get a Penske truck, was able to move her back. I didn't have to pay any mileage fees because they were waived in reference to having the member services. I didn't have to pay that. So you can save additional income, which will pay for your monthly membership by using the services. I purchased my Subaru Ascent, a 2019. And when I went on, I said, let me look at perks. I checked in perks. I saved $800 with purchasing my vehicle because of the fact that the vehicle was in member perks at the car dealership where I was at. So I saved $800 in reference to that. We also have our two major products is the Legal Shield and ID Shield. So with all the recent data breaches, there's a huge problem that everyone faces, which is identity theft. So criminals don't want your money, they want your identity. And we have been ranked the past 3 years as the top identity theft protector out there. So what we do is we monitor your credit score, your 3 bureau monitoring, your social security, anything with your digital DNA is monitored with our services. Your user and password name, dark web, privacy and reputation management. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of those things, because people don't want your identity. They may just want your reputation. How many people on here have had a hack on their social media where somebody may have called you and said, you asked me for $1,000, you told me? These are the things that our services help protect you. And one of the things we know, if a professional stole your identity, wouldn't you want a professional to restore it? So one of the things that our service does provide you with, we give you a professional to restore your identity where you get comprehensive restoration. You have a private investigator that will do whatever it takes, as long as it takes, to restore your identity back to pre-theft status. So in the $3 million identity fraud protection, if you have any issues that come up where you may have lost wages for work, different things like that, they will cover up to $3 million in fraud protection for that. So we also have Trim Micro Maximum Security, VPN Proxy 1, which is actually when you're on a public Wi-Fi, it makes your Wi-Fi now private. So now if you're out of state or at a hotel, you may take the kids away for the weekend or whatever, and then you get on their Wi-Fi. This helps to filter and block malicious websites, online fraud, and internet scams. Also, you get a password manager. If you like me, I had maybe 5, 10, 15 of the same passwords, maybe change the letter here, number here. This allows you to have a vault, a password manager vault, which is encrypted, where you have one password and you have all your passwords in there. So it gives you control and allows you to save time. We also have credit counseling and education to help you improve your credit score. Who's covered with this? The member's spouse, up to 10 dependent children under the age of 18 for whom the member is a legal guardian. And it also provides consultation and restoration services for children from ages 18 to 26. So what that means, if you have a child at the age of 18, they are legally responsible for their credit. So then when that happens, that means that now if they're of age, they need their own ID coverage to be able to monitor their personal information, social security number, and those things. So one of the great things about our service, this was member perks. These are over 400 companies that that you're probably already using, where you can actually receive discounts and be able to save. And as a business expense, this could also be a tax deductible for you as a business owner, and you can consult with your tax attorney or your accountant in reference to that.
All right, Ms. Bobby, can you give us the quick?
And we talked about
Ms. Bobby.
I told you the young lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ms. Bobby, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Can you
jump breaking into? Okay. Yeah.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you was breaking up a little. This is, we're at the slide right here with the services, the cost of the services. Okay, this is the last. This is it. So with our services, as a individual, our services $243.70. If you're a family owner, it's $258.70. And on the other side, where you see the larger number, that's for people that may have 5 or more employees that they may need more than the 3 designated people to call for their business, because they may have like a financial advisor or accountant that they may utilize to call and ask questions for them. So that's why the service is $328.70. So just like I said, one of the things with our services and protecting the family owner and the business, with that tap of the app, if you have teenagers, they all get the app on their phone. So this way, as you as a business owner, if you're out of town and something kicks off at your house, you don't have to worry about your wife having to call you to handle the situation, because all your wife or your husband would have to do would be to tap the app. The children, if they're out and they may be with the right crowd the wrong time, they would be able to tap the app and their Miranda rights would be protected as well. So that right there is a sense of security, empowerment, to be able to know that while you're running your business, you are able to also empower your children as well as your spouse, and also you be empowered when you need to make phone calls to handle things for your business, where you don't have to call your friend. Now you can call your provider law firm, get consultation in all areas of law, because you not only just have an attorney, you have a law firm. And like I said, not just in your state, but all 50 states and 5 provinces of Canada.
All right, Ms. Bobby, can I go now?
Yes. Yes.
I got the floor. Thank you, and thank you. I so much appreciate you.
Oh, wait, before you do that, let me just say one thing.
She done took the floor back from me. Go
Yes,
ahead.
I
You
had
got it.
to. I had to, because when you started out, and I need to end with this is not a pyramid, because a pyramid is illegal. We are a 52 plus year company, a $2 billion company, and we also have law firms. So pyramids are illegal. And last time I checked, when I was working at a regular job, I was working for the pyramid because I worked for somebody else and they got paid more than me. Here, if you decide that you want to offer these services to anyone, you can, the sky's the limit. You are not held at a certain level, or you can't advance over the person that may have brought you in to this opportunity. So that's why, we're not a pyramid. Now back over to you.
Okay. Well, Al, you took it from me. You just stole my whole thunder, because that's kind of sort of where I was kind of going. All right.
All right.
So what I'm gonna do is just real quick. They're definitely not a pyramid, right? Uh, and the way a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme works is, just a disclaimer, is when you're bringing folks into a company and there's only money exchange. There's no goods or services being exchanged. So with this, we're exchanging monies, but there's goods and services. So the legal services is what's being transferred back and forth. Just to give the quick overview of it, right? Um, like I said at the beginning of this conversation, right, was this is me and Sunday School and Smart Futures team bringing information and resources to people. We are not here, and I'm just use for the aesthetics of the conversation. We're not here peddling the pyramid. Okay. What I'm concerned with you guys seeing the business plan, seeing becoming a purchaser of the product. Now, in the event if you or you know someone who you feel like, oh, you know what, this will work for me because I can make money with this, right? Then that's another conversation, which we definitely open to having. There's folks that are within our community that are legal shield representatives already, and they just have not to date, bought up and said, hey, I got this opportunity. What I'm telling you guys is that based on all of the things that she said, and me, as she's going through the different services that are available, like me, I know all of y'all. So I'm looking at around the room and saying to myself, damn, you know what? Shakia Rose could benefit from having those templates for her business and where she's going. But also, she's in the massage industry. So having a lawyer on deck, if a person she end up rubbing somebody back and they end up having some type of, they get eczema or whatever, right? So she's covered. There's folks here that want to do homeschooling or they're interested in homeschooling their children. But the laws around their states, we're in the rooms that we're in and we're asking questions. That's like, well, I'm in Michigan. Well, I'm in Wisconsin. Well, I'm in New York. Well, how does this work? How does that work? I'm tell you, Derek doesn't know the answers, or nor does his father know the answers for every different city, state, municipality. But if you know that you got a concerted team of lawyers on deck, that okay, this is what I need. This is what I need to go grab. Um, this is me bringing this opportunity to you guys. There's also multiple ways to skin a cat, and it's 6:48. So with Bible study, we usually go over a few minutes for when Bible study starts. And I believe TC was here, um, but I'll keep a track on what time Bible studies start, so that way we can get out of here and get over there. But
there, Dante,
yes,
can I
sir.
chime in? So I'm
I
the
what
young man.
you the one that I want to chime in. Chime
Listen,
on, brother.
so I'm the young man that actually bought, I say for real, about maybe 7 or 8 years ago, caught this in the gym with a young man. And we I got on board with it. And I just feel like at the end of the day, I ended up putting it in because I was supportive of it. Still am. I just hadn't been like in front of it in a long time. So the young man brought it to my attention. We started rocking and rolling with it. And then he kind of faded off. Now, should I have faded off with him? No. But I faded off. I'm the type person that I'm accountable of my own actions because I'm my own man. However, I do thank you, Miss Bobby, for being on here on this call. I'm gonna check him, but at the end of the day, I know that now it's back in front of me, so we'll go forward with it. I do thank you, Dante, for bringing it up. I'm like I said, I'm not afraid of being accountable for my actions, so I appreciate it, sir.
For sure. And so you see, I kept alluding to you, but I ain't never point at you. But I was throwing rocks and then hiding my hands. I'm like, man, say something. Boy, you
There
better
you
say something.
go. I
Yes,
said
sir.
so.
Appreciate you, cuz.
Well,
So,
one of the
so
things I would say, Dante, in reference to what the gentleman just said, since he faded off, I don't know how long he faded or whatever. But if he hadn't been active and different things like that, he can also reactivate himself under you. So that's another conversation that we could have as well.
right. So with Bobby saying that, that's like really brings me to my next point, right? So I'm a Legal Shield representative. I met Bobby like maybe like 4 years ago, like so damn near when she started her journey with Legal Shield, right? Uh and we was at a crab shack. I was there and Bobby was there some type of way. We ended up talking. I think you had a sign on your car, I think.
Yep.
And we started talking and I got involved. And I'm telling y'all, I ain't do shit. Okay. Miss Bobby was calling me. I'm like, Miss Bobby, all right, I got you. I'm gonna call you back tomorrow. But I paid my money every month for the longest time. And then she'd call me and I'd be like, Miss Bobby, am I still active? She's like, yeah, that's why I'm calling you. So I'm like, all right, well, you don't got to call me. As long as I'm active, when I get ready to bust my move, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to bust it. And a couple weeks ago, she called me out of the clear blue, and I'm not active no more. And she was just, inviting me into a conversation. And the irony of it is this was literally the day after I was on a call with you guys, and someone had asked me about whether we could talk about in Sunday school affiliate marketing and affiliates. And I said, yeah. And I said that I'm gonna get my homeboy Omar Bird to come onto the call because he understands affiliate marketing and he understands network marketing way better than me. Miss Bobby called me the next day and got me onto a call with her partner, and his name actually happens to be Michael Bird, spelled the same way. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, okay. So they just asked me about affiliate marketing. I told them I'm bringing one bird. Now I got two. Uh, what I'm gonna say to y'all is this, right? Everybody here knows me. I'm gonna say this humbly, and I'm gonna say this arrogant, right? Because y'all all know me. Y'all know how I talk, how I speak, how I present, and how I chase and run shit down. Imagine having me do what Bobby just did, but do it a little bit differently. Do it the Dante way. Same information. I'm gonna just package it the DG way and package it for you and your friends. But then I can still repackage it for all of the folks that's not in Sunday school with us now, that are part of this larger community that we have. Mighty Network, the rest of the Telegram group, the thousands of people that DG has on his Instagram, and all of those things. Now we cooking with grease. What I'm gonna say to you, Bobby, you got your hand up. Give me 1 second. What I'm gonna say to y'all is she gave us price points for this service. Respectfully, respectfully, fuck those prices. Fuck them. Because if I'm gonna grab Tania Malone, right? I'll just grab a random person here. If Tania said, Dante, I see it, I get it, but I don't have the 270 or I don't have the this, right? For it. Tania knows that within this group or this community, I can go get 3 more people and say, all right, Tania, split the 300, split it 3 ways, 4 ways, right? And the person that is in the best position, articulating and doing the business, may be Linda Dada. Linda, we're going to rally around you, get you in, and down to Nia, Shakia, Marcus Grant. Y'all all come get 4, 5 of y'all family members on, and we're going to build Tania's position. But Tania's position is all of our position because the 4 of us, we didn't have the money to do it, but we see the opportunity in it. Now, when y'all come bring that concerted effort, now y'all made the money to bring the other ones in, and now everybody's signing up and under that position and still using the services for yourself. This is just the play for the folks that say, you know what, I need it, but I also needed to, I need this as a business opportunity. But remember, y'all, everybody here that is here and is part of the 2.0, you already have a ready-made business sitting right at your phone. You have a licensing agreement. The issue with a lot of our licensing agreements is we're not activating them and not pushing them to go get the paper. But what if, again, what if you operated your licensing agreement, which you don't really have any paperwork with Derek saying that you have a licensing agreement, this is what you're doing, this is the business that you operate. What if you took the money that you didn't pay to for any of the shit that you got this that you able to sell and get 100% of the money and started your own LLC, right? But in starting that LLC, you just buy this business, buy your way into this, and operate your licensing agreement under this umbrella. So now, even if you don't have an LLC, you use your social security number to start this. And now next week, next month, 6 months from now, you go create your LLC, tell them to swap it to your LLC. And now it is your, and I'm gonna just go with Shakia again. If this is Shakia, if her name, her LLC, and her Legal Shield business entity is Shakia Rose Limited. It's a generic, it's a general name. It's easily fundable. It can work for her massage business. She can sell products on her license agreements from Shakia Rose Limited. And she has the plethora of services to be able to sell Legal Shield stuff. But now all of her entities is covered as well, and her family. So with that, I just wanted to wake everybody up to this tonight. And definitely, Kenny, me and you need to talk. Mr. Bird, I'm gonna skip over Bobby because Bobby had her hand up. Mr. Bird got his up, and he's a Legal Shield expert, knows 100% of the bit information. He's the other bird that we got two in the hand, and he's not in the bush no more. Mr. Bird, you gotta mute yourself and shoot it.
Hey, can you hear me okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
Speed check recorded. Hey, I'm delighted to be joining in this evening. I'll be brief. I am on the road traveling. Unfortunately, I have my son driving, so I'm in the passenger seat so I can be safe and have this conversation. And I'm going to take just a quick 3 seconds to tell you in the audience that the Small Business Solutions package and the blessing that I have having created this presentation and the approach that we take on our team. For those that are interested, my job, my goal, and what I typically do is help a person make an additional $1,000 to $1,500 in their first 3 to 5 days of getting started with us. That's on the conservative side. But again, my goal is to help you or whoever might be interested in making an additional $1,000, $1,500 in the next 3 to 5 days or sooner. So, this key is, definitely a key component to that team, to our team. And so we look forward to having an additional conversation with those that may be interested. Back over to you, sir.
All right, thank you, my man. He was a little choppy and he's on the road. So I'm gonna try my best to use my good ear and summarize what he said. He said, get down, and he here to work for y'all, and he's a pro at what he do, and he gonna move this thing out. Bobby, is that pretty much what he was saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I said, I'm gonna help you make $1,000 to $1,500 in the next 3 to 5 days or sooner. That's my goal.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I missed the most important part. My bad.
Yeah. So again, my goal, and again, Bobby King is a key component to our team and helping this happen. So for those that are interested, for those that are interested, my goal, our team's goal with our approach is to help you take, and our focus with small businesses, to help you make an additional $1,000 to $1,500 in the next 3 to 5 days or sooner. And that's conservatively speaking what we prominently do. So look forward to having that conversation with those who are interested.
Cool. Thank you, Mr. Burt. So the other part of it is, right, guys, and Bible studies is running a few minutes late. So that room isn't even open yet. So we do got a little bit of a window to stay here before we shoot over there. The other part of it is, guys, when people say like it's a ground floor opportunity, right? Bobby said this company has been around 50 some years, right? So I'm not even about to come here and say it's a ground floor opportunity. Just,
Yes, it is.
oh, it's about to be a swell.
Yes.
If you could have been in the room when Google first said, I ain't about to give you all that. What I'm gonna tell you is it's a ground floor opportunity because I'm starting at the same time y'all start. So it's an opportunity for y'all to go and grow with me and learn it with me. I understand what it is. I've got a pretty decent background in network marketing and sales and all of this stuff, but I ain't never sold this before. So if you sitting there like, oh, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I don't know what to do. Guess what? Me neither. Me neither. But we in the room with the pros and we're gonna figure it out and we're gonna go. Bob, you got your hand up?
Yes. And with that, along with Mr. Bird, I have our company's top field service trainer, as well as he is our, he is our employee benefits specialist. Yes. I wanted to answer, a person had in the chat said, does that work with people that are already with Legal Shield? So Mr. Delano Paul out of Connecticut, he is the top field trainer and employee benefits specialist. So I wanted him to answer or address that in reference to that question that was put in there.
Yeah, I mean, hey, thanks. First of all, I don't believe in titles. Appreciate all the accolades and stuff, but my grandfather would always say, self-praise is no praise. So I'm just here. In regards to does that work with people already with Legal Shield? I'm not sure which aspect. Like if the person wants to unmute and just clarify that question, that would be awesome. Be able to answer that more directly.
Yeah, so I'm already with Legal Shield. I've been a member with Legal Shield for probably like I think 4 or 5 years now.
Okay.
So like with that, because I mean, who wouldn't like to make $1,500 in 3 days? And that's being conservative. So I was wondering if that would does that only apply to new members that sign up right now, or does that apply like across the board for people that already already Legal Shield?
So you're a member, but you haven't joined the affiliate program, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no, I think I am part of the affiliate program too. I just haven't really done much with it.
Well, welcome. And the answer to the question is yes. Even individuals Like, listen, I'll give you an example. I had a gentleman, he took a year off and he didn't do anything for a year, but he came back and he was committed. And so within 4 months, he made his fourth month, he made about $11,000 part-time, while still working overnight at FedEx. So it's just a matter of just starting and just plugging into a system, and it works out that you can make that type of income. Does that
Now,
make
if
sense?
I'm not now if I'm not a part of the affiliate system, I just have to become a part of the affiliate system, and then that would work.
Yeah, and what you could do is this: connect with Bobby directly, and we'll be able to look you up in the system, and we'll be able to tell you what your next steps are and what will be the best way to do that. Does that make sense, Jared? So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
so if you
Just
go ahead and
where do
put
I get her information?
if you go ahead and put your number, you can direct message Bobby and put your name and number in the chat, and she'll just connect with you, and we'll be able to give you a more detailed plan of what works well for you.
All right, I'll do that right now. Appreciate
All
it.
right, no problem.
Uh,
And someone
oh,
said,
Delano, question. You're going through the questions in the chat, right? That's what you're doing
yeah,
right now?
some of them, yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. So I'm just going through. Would that work even if I was active through a third party company? Derek, you want to unmute and just clarify that question, if you could. Otherwise, I will take my best stab at what I think you mean.
That's Derica. Derica, can you hear us?
Derek, I'm sorry, Derek. My bad. I
No,
forgot
no,
to
you good.
say.
I can now. What was the question? I'm sorry.
He said,
It was
would that work even if I was through a third party company?
Yeah, so I was or had access to Legal Shield as an affiliate through Primerica.
Okay.
And I'm no longer active with Primerica.
Okay. So you haven't done anything with them in a long time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In about a year, at least 2 years.
Okay. Yeah, so the answer to that is yes. We the same thing. If you inbox Bobby directly with your number, we could actually look you up in the system, because I've had individuals that were initially offering it through that third party company and then came over and were able to work it out and get things done. So hopefully that answer your question.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Any other questions y'all have? All right.
Delano. Mr. Bird hand did pop up briefly.
Okay. You might be driving. If you want to mute him, Miss Bird.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, no, that was regarding the last question from the young lady, and Mr. Delano will handle that well. I was with Primerica for many years, so if you just follow the instructions that Mr. Delano Paul gave, as far as direct message or number to Bobby King, we can have just a conversation with you for that isolated situation.
Absolutely. And if I just have one comment to make, So when I saw the small business solutions package, because I work a lot with small business owners, and I also work with the employees there. And when we take the monthly amount at 258, 70, I think that is, right? 258.70. I don't have the slide in front of me, right? But 258.70. And I broke it down, like how much business owners I was working with were paying on an hourly basis, and they're paying their lawyers just for the law firm. We're not talking about identity, we're not talking about any other stuff. They're paying their lawyers $500 an hour, right? Now, if you break that down into an 8-hour workday, even at that price point, and we have a little higher price point, it works out to be $1.49 an hour. Just to put it in perspective, because sometimes you see the monthly rate and you're like, okay, that's 258.70, right? But it really works out to be, because you have 8 hours of a time to attorney's time for $1.49 an hour. Now, Dante, right? I'm gonna ask you this question. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever tried to get any employee or anybody to show up at work, passionate, zealful, full of excitement, and you offer them, you're gonna pay them $1.49 an hour. Are they calling you back?
Not never.
Not never, right? That's
No,
just
no.
that's just the fact. The
Yes,
only
sir.
reason, go ahead. I'm sorry,
No, I'm just saying, no, it ain't happening, Cap.
it is not happening. The only reason Legal Shield is able to do what they're able to do with the package is just simply because they pull together all these members, and so the law firm collectively gets paid over $100 million a year. When you put $100 million in a pool, you get passionate, excited, committed law firms and lawyers calling you back. And that's the only reason why we're able to do what we're able to do. So just take that into point, and that's why it makes it so easy in terms of the affiliate program, because I realized that especially when I walked into this business owner, he had this lawyer on retainer for $20,000 a month retainer. And I showed him that package, and he's like, and that's for the entire month. He's like, I have my attorney on a $20,000 retainer every single month. And so he didn't get rid of his lawyer or anything like that. All he did was move over $258, $259 over to us. You was able to utilize us more than he was utilizing the attorney, because every time he used them it was like $500 an hour. Does that make sense? So it makes sense to business owners, and that's why we're able to do what we're able to do, and able to get those things accomplished. So I just wanted to make that one statement, because when I understood exactly what we offer, it was like, this is the most incredible service ever to be able
Okay.
to. And I'm just talking about the service part. Not everybody wants to be part of the affiliate program, but from a service standpoint, it just makes sense.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. So we're gonna wrap up in 1 second, but I just want to, it being, especially for the folks that was, this next statement specifically for the folks that were a part of book club yesterday and heard the conversation about Kwanzaa and has been a part of that conversation. The way that the lawyers, the way they operate with that $100 million pool is essentially Ujamaa. It is group economics, and they're just doing it on a larger scale. So what I'm just telling you guys is that we talk as a collective about how we gonna do this, how we gonna do that, right? Group economics is the way that we do it. There is more than one way to skin a cat. The two good things about this is usually when we're talking, I'm telling y'all, hey yo, DM me, send me an email, jump in my calendar. The good thing about this for me is y'all ain't got to bother me. Y'all can bother Bobby. Send Bobby the questions, send Bobby the information, right? Bobby gonna do the work. Bobby gonna benefit. I benefit. Mr. Bird benefits. And only thing I got to do is just get on here, talk my shit to y'all. And when y'all bring your cousin, your nephew, your sister, your pastor, your church, bring the deacon board, get them in front of me. I'm gonna get them in front of Bobby, and we're gonna learn this and grow this together. With that being said, put your information if you got a specific question that you want to get at Bobby about, then she's your go-to. If you want to have a more concerted conversation with me about something specific, then DM me. Feel free to use the 15-minute free consultation link that's on my website, and we ain't got to worry about nothing. But still DM me, and so you're not paying, you're just getting your time slot with me, and we'll talk about it, figure it out. If you guys want to say, you know what, let's come together and let's have another meeting outside of Sunday school, outside of Bible study, and let's just, it's 8 of us. Let's drill down on how we can do this together. Then let's have that conversation too. With that being said, we got any thoughts, questions, especially for Isaiah? Because Isaiah, you just a fly on the wall here, and I appreciate you for chiming in, for tapping in. Isaiah and Alicia. Isaiah just gave me a thumbs up, my man. All right, we're gonna have you back in a few weeks to talk about all of these states that they could be putting solar panels on their house, and they just call you and get paid for them.
Dante, I did put my number
I got
in
a
the
question.
chat in the event anybody has any questions they want to get in touch with me.
Got it.
in reference.
Somebody said they have a question.
Yeah, I got a question. So, like, when do we contact you about like getting? You said for if the people that want to get together outside of this, outside of Bible study, to put our money together and all of that and figure something out. Like,
DM me.
how do we
DM
hit
me.
you? You're the contact, or
Yeah, for that part, you know, what I mean,
okay.
for anything that's specific and indicative to the group, right? Right. You know, just shoot me a DM, and as the DMs come in, then you know the next day or so, I'm gonna have like individual conversations that I'm gonna come back to everybody like, all right, look, Jared, Vern, Yanni, Alicia, and Miles, and Kenny, the six of us, let's get a time and let's get on, pop it, and that's when we may talk, and we may say, you know what, Dante, we don't want to talk to you too much more. I mean, we need somebody pretty, so I'm calling Bobby. So we're gonna figure it out.
I appreciate it.
All right. Isaiah put his information in the chat, and I didn't know what your title was. I just call you Isaiah, but he's a Posigen. Oh, it disappeared. But project coordinator. All right. So in the meantime, between time, everybody go look up Posigen. If you were on that call about 3 weeks ago, then you got the recording. So go back, look at it, go back in the Telegram, and they'll show you all the states that we could be making money with them for right now. And it's easy peasy. Isaiah has a conversation with somebody, you get $100 for him just having a conversation with them. If they get the solar panels on, and they get 20, well, no, it's $100 now because of the end of the year thing. But normally it's $50. You get $50, the person gets $25 for just sitting down and having a conversation with them. When they get solar panels put on their house that the state is going to pay for, that the city is going to subsidize, so the panels get put in their house for free, their electric bills come down, you get paid another couple $100, and you did absolutely nothing. All right. So that's what Isaiah is going to come and kick it with us about. And that is specifically a Smart Futures endeavor. All right. Because we building clean, we building green, we building our community, keep it serene. I just made that up. Somebody write that down for me. Thanks, Mr. Delano. So with that, all hearts and minds clear. Sunday school, we out of here. Peace, y'all. Go in mighty. Get your link for Bible study.
Thank you all for having me.
Oh,
And
thank
I
you,
look
Bobby.
forward to
Sorry.
speaking to those that DM'd me.
Appreciate y'all's time.
Before we go,
Take care.
Jay had his hand up. Oh, he left. All right, we catch. Oh no, he's still here. Jay, you had wanted to say something? JG. All right. He on the screen. You're a millionaire. Going once, going twice. All right. It's official. We out of here, y'all. Peace, peace.
I'm just checking the chat. Ferguson. Okay. All right. I'm hanging up for you.